Well, this is the thumbnail.
Manny. Yep,
What's
this is
that?
the thumbnail. This was the official thumbnail.
You about to ask me a question? The way you inflex, the way you spoke.
Yeah. I had a question. I did
Yeah.
have a question, but I was looking at this thumbnail and trying to figure out. Oscar looked like she's having a very bad day. like in the far corner, that's what took me. That's just distracting. Like, who the fuck is that? Oh, Oscar's having a rough day. Like the paint's all over the place. like it just looks like, oh, this is a horrible day.
Yeah.
What I was going to ask, Manny, it's been 18 months, and I didn't realize it was that long until I looked alive since Randy Orton has been on Monday Night Raw, and I am shocked. He still yet hasn't been on Monday Night Raw, but I'm shocked. You somehow didn't force Randy Orton into the thumbnail because he and Alexa Bliss were the king and queen of the thumbnails. And they've been gone for so long that I thought this is the time for you to bring back Randy to the thumbnails.
Yeah, but he wasn't on the show, so I don't really want to force him into the show.
You forced have a PNG of Randy in the crowd or something.
Because Marcus, before we do the intros, let's just talk about the events of the weekend. I don't trust wrestling anymore. This could be a bait and switch for all we know. Oh, Randy can't turn up to the show. Oh, here's CM Punk or someone else. It could be a full-on bait and switch for all we know, Marcus, because I don't trust wrestling anymore because of what AEW done.
I have trust issues not because of AEW over the weekend, Manny. It's because of my local uncle, the California's uncle. In fact, I'm gonna say he's the world uncle. Snoop Dogg tricked us all. He tricked us all. We're all a bunch of marks. He got us. This is why he's in the WWE Hall of Fame. Never have I been fooled like this. Not since Mark Henry's retirement have I been fooled by somebody. And now I'm going to have trust issues for the rest of my life. And you just read, I quit smoke. And it's just for a smoker or an outdoor grill or some type of log that has no smoke. I've been fooled. I can't believe it. Hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok.
Welcome everyone to today's show. I'm Lord Manny Hayes. He is
Marcus, the grand finale. And if you are watching in South America, we are the kings of the ropes. Boop. Hit him with it. Hit him with that. Hit him with that dive, Manny. I got a tope suicida with your name written all over it. If you see me on the streets, I could be on a trash can and I could just do a flip and spin, and you're down. And you're down.
So Marcus went to AEW Full Gear on the weekend. Oh, look who's appeared! It's a wild this man. So Marcus was at Full Gear. I didn't watch it because I was just far too busy this weekend. So Marcus enlightened us with the events of Full Gear.
Okay. The main thing about Full Gear that happened, which I'm going to say, I will personally give it a thumbs up because I'm biased and I like being at wrestling shows. Whatever. But I can see how people can say it was just a show that was okay. It was a bit convoluted. The MJF main event thing was so stupid. Just all of that is stupid. Everything that surrounded it was bad decision. Did I enjoy the match? Probably more than most, but I just think it went too long, and the substitution with him and Adam Cole, none of that made sense. And his injury, like even me trying to describe it to a human being would be like, what? They're going to put the man who just had surgery in the ring, but this guy who just got injured 30 minutes ago can't go right now, even though he's able to walk unassisted without crutches? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like Santos said, he better get his leg amputated. So I hope he gets his leg amputated at this point. But best in show, by far, in a classic Texas death match, which before the match started, I looked to Ryan and Eric and said, why is this not just call it a California death match or just a death match in general or a lights out match? Why Texas death match when neither of the combatants are from Texas and this is not in Texas or whatnot? But anyway, these guys delivered a classic cinder blocks, Nana dance, table spots, blood, drinking blood, staple gun, invincible to staple gun spot. And Swerve got the win in his house, allegedly his house.
Well, so I know why it was a Texas death match, because they made a massive point. I don't know if it was either Dynamite or if it was Collision, where they went, Hangman's never lost a Texas death match, and he's been in like 3 or 4. That's why it was a Texas death match. You could have called it a California death match, but the point being he's never lost a Texas death match, so it makes sense. But like you, if it's not in Texas, don't call it a Texas death match.
Yeah. This is LA death match. Just walking out of the Kia Ford, we realized I may die. But yeah, but overall it was a really good match. I had issues with the referee and the rules because yes, I know what a Texas death match is in the rules, basically a last man standing match, pretty much. But they never told us this, so people were a little confused about what's going on because the referee never counted when people were down. He would just like pick when they both were down and start to count, which didn't make much sense. The most entertaining part about the match was the cleanup and realizing when the cleanup crew realized, well, goddamn, we can't clean this up. Guys, we're stuck. There's going to be just blood and cinder block dust everywhere. Other than that, the show was as expected. Toni Storm became women's champion. Good old-fashioned belt dumping. Julia Hart get a belt. Jon Moxley loses to Orange Cassidy in a nothing match that I barely remember. The 6-man with Sting was nice just because, you realize, oh yeah, this is probably the last time I get to see Sting ever in my lifetime. Yeah. Which should have been probably 20 years ago, but it was fine. And then, there was all the MJF shenanigans. The ladder match was okay, but there was too much. Like, being there, it takes you out of it because there was a lot of times where you just saw people standing around and just laying down. At times, Roosh was just on the outside just laying there. And this was like for hours in the match. Like, just sitting there.
I must have seen the short or the reel or the TikTok or whatever you want to call it of the power driver onto the ladder. I have seen that about 50 times in the last 48 hours.
Yeah. It was a hell of a spot, and everybody in the crowd freaked out. It was like, oh my God, he's dead. But the setup for that spot, when you look at it and you just go like, it's not like that was the problem with the match. Being there live, you see all the setup and people holding stuff and like the problems that were going in. There's a lot of people just standing around doing nothing. Like there was at one point, Dax was in the ring with all the ladders. By himself, Manny, just standing there watching a spot for about 5 to 6 minutes, never attempting to go for the title. And then the tip away that gave away that Cass and Ricky Starks was going to win, they lowered the belt so low.
Lovely.
That you realize, oh, that's for Ricky Starks. Like, it was up high, and then all of a sudden the match, you see the belt just lowering and lowering and lowering. Everybody's like, why is it lowering? Oh, so Ricky Starks can climb up and get it. Because he's very, very small.
That's AEW Full Gear. I'm glad I didn't pay for it or watch it, to be honest.
The Alaskan match is some shit. You gotta fight on ice.
Hey, Marcus, I know what it is.
What?
It's non-stop eating baked Alaskas. Till you get sick. I know what that match is. I've been in it. I've survived it.
I got pneumonia. It's over. Don't you know it's over? I got pneumonia. The doctor has not cleared me to fight anymore.
I will talk about the wrestling show I went to after we do the Raw report, because there are some things I can't show you, but I can describe what happened to you, because I've seen the most disgusting bumps ever this weekend. and there were moments where I should have moved out the way, but I was in a position where I was like, what do I do? I can't move.
Do you want me to catch you? You want me to Manny? Someone dives out, they think they're gonna get caught by Manny, and Manny just didn't want to interfere in the match. Not trying to get anybody disqualified here.
So Raw opens up with Drew McIntyre explaining that he hasn't joined the Judgment Day, but Rhea Ripley offered him a chance at Jey Uso in a cage. He also bitched and moaned about being cost the WWE title at Clash of the Castle. Jey Uso comes out, threatens Drew McIntyre with a yeet down. The Judgment Day back him up, and then Jay's team come out. Adam Pearce quickly intervenes and says they have until the end of the night to let us know their fifth member, and they have until 9 p.m. to let us know who's going to be in an advantage match.
Yeah. This is by Adam Pearce in this segment. Not tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Not tonight. We're not doing this. I don't understand. And you have escalated this to warfare. I'm sorry if everybody's doing gang attacks, and you have promoted this by picking gang sides. Why are you upset that we're having gang warfare on the show on the week after you said we're doing gang warfare? Of course it's going to come to this. Do you buy Drew McIntyre? I get Jey Uso in the cage. Is why he turned.
Yeah, I get it, but like as the Dizman just pointed out, wasn't it Solo's fault, not Jay's? I mean, Jay came out, but I believe they were thrown out. But it seems so long ago for you to be holding this grudge still.
Yeah. He cost you all. He cost me everything in front of my family. I had all the birthdays and holidays and student loans, and I don't know. Like, Drew seemed like he's a little. Like, it's time to get over it, man. He cost everybody. But you know what, Drew? You know how you retaliate? And I'm just saying, this has a logical human being. Roman Reigns goes out there every week, or once every 4 months, and defend his title. All you have to do is show up, get somebody's back, and, give him a Claymore and be like, you know what? I'm helping Sami Zayn win the title. Or I'm helping, who else? I'm blanking on all. Kevin Owens win the title, or Cody win the title. No, he didn't do any of that. He just was like, I lost. Oh, well. He's been holding us all back. So screw you, Drew. I don't buy him. Get Jey Uso to steal. Why did he just ask for a steel cage match with Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw? I don't think Pierce will deny him. Like, I need to work some shit out.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Damien in the back says Rhea should have spoke to him before adding Drew to the team. Rhea says she didn't even know what his decision was till it happened. Damien questioned the decision as the leader. They continue to talk strategy till Drew decides to show up. Drew suggests to change the plan, being Damien in the advantage match to him. He also states he doesn't like any of the Judgment Day, but he despises Jey Uso more. Damien also states he doesn't like Drew because he cost him the World Heavyweight Championship. Priest tells him to get them the advantage.
Yeah, I just feel like Drew's at the point where he's just looking for any Samoa to beat up. Like, where's the closest Samoan? If Nia Jax was the only Samoan on Raw this week, Drew McIntyre would have went up to town on her and talk about, you cost me everything. I wasn't even there. I was not even having a job. You cost me everything.
Hey, her family cost her everything. I don't see. There's been our latest short is Nia Jax dancing with Cody Rhodes, which. What two things? Cody Rhodes has Latin heritage, so he should have better rhythm. Two, he's married to a black woman, so he should have even more better rhythm. But no, did you see what?
Wait, you don't get +5 rhythm for marrying a black woman.
Yes, you do.
Have no rhythm. You have no rhythm. You married a black woman with no rhythm. No, you don't gain rhythm.
I have a feeling. I do believe Eden Styles or Brandy Rhodes has no rhythm.
God damn! When she on the dance floor, she's eating Styles. I can see her pulling one of these numbers. Little snapping of the fingers going on with some eating Styles.
But if I'm Paul Heyman and I see Cody dancing with Nia Jax, I'm picking up the phone and be like, call Roman Reigns.
Oh, you know he did in the latest TikTok. But Cody doesn't gain +5 dancing, Manny. I'm sorry.
He should.
I blame. His Cuban side should be able to dance. I'm saying that. But I think that Dusty Rhodes got way too much in him, baby. It's too much Dusty. Too much. But you know what? Dusty could have gave him something.
Dusty had moves.
Yeah. You know what? He's over there laning it up, doing little kicks. Just terrible. Anyway, back to the show.
Jey Uso demands he wants Drew McIntyre because he's been on his back since he's got to Raw. And then they discuss the fifth member. Cody talks about an old friend. Seth and Sammy also have people in mind. Seth gives Jey a pep talk later on in the night, but Seth states that they need the advantage and they need him back to get back in one piece. The looks of Seth in that moment, but like, I don't believe you can win. Is that look on his face?
Manny, I'm going to tell you this. If we were backstage in the WWE Raw locker room right there in that moment, and Jay's talking about yeet, I'm going to get him up. We're going to get him. We're going to beat him up. Yeah. I think me, you, Eric, Ryan, whoever else is with us is all in the back going, yeah, he ain't winning. He ain't beating no Drew McIntyre. There's no way. There's no way. Jay, you a nice guy, but you ain't beat Drew McIntyre tonight. How did you feel like, because Wargames in the Triple H era, the advantage spot, they've done ladder matches, right? This is like the first time it's just straight up wrestling match.
I thought this was the NXT era when they did it. Yeah, but the other one is you get to vote who gets the advantage for the women's one. You just vote. It's pathetic. It just shows how rushed this was.
Yeah.
Because it's very rushed together, like AEW Full Gear and the other pay-per-views. A lot of the WWE pay-per-views in the last few months have been completely rushed, zero like proper build. You do have some like in some bits that have gone on a little bit longer going into pay-per-views, but like a lot of the other stuff in both companies have kind of just been thrown together at last minute.
Yeah, the women's is the best example of it, and you know what? Can I stand and say, just be like, I know we're talking about men and women equality, and Marcus gets canceled when he says this. But you know what? How about this year we don't do a women's War Games match? Why not just have one? Why not just have one? It's not like you can win anything.
I think the women's one didn't need to be a women's War Games match. That could have been a traditional Survivor Series match. Yeah. They haven't done that in what? How long?
The pay-per-view's called Survivor Series. You'd think you'd have one of those. But yeah, I agree. Like, you could have just did that and just made it simple or something like that. And everybody been happy. And then next year you could do the women's War Game match and you alternate. We don't have to do two.
Yeah.
We don't have to do two. It shouldn't be treated like the Money in the Bank or Royal Rumble. Just one. Just one would be fine. It's not like the winner gets to be number one contender. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt forced. So the first match of the night was Nia Jax versus Raquel Rodriguez. Marcus, given that we constantly get this big, strong back from Raquel, she's a piece of shit because her back gave out numerous times trying to lift Nia. So her back ain't shit.
Yeah. Stop flexing the back if your back gives out every time you try to lift up Nia. 100% agree. Manny, I enjoyed this match, and I was rooting for Nia Jax the whole way.
The thing is, Nia Jax, do you know what? People won't give her credit, but Nia Jax has improved. She's safer in the ring. We haven't had incident with Nia Jax yet, so I'm just saying, welcome back, Nia Jax. Well done for improving.
Yeah, I thought we were about to have an incident when Raquel, it looked like her leg buckled or something. I was like, oh, she's going to be injured. Nia Jax caused this injury.
That's a Raquel thing. That's a Raquel thing.
Yeah,
that's what Raquel. If Raquel got injured trying to lift Nia, that's her fault.
Yeah, But everything worked out. It was a really good match. Nia Jax, I'm going to put her in a category of Baron Corbin in wrestling, in which no one likes them. But you know what? They get reactions of boos whatsoever. They are true heels in the business. Like when Nia was screaming to the crowd, was like, "Who sucks?" and all that was going on. I was like, "That's good for you, Nia. Good job." I'm gonna be the only one to support her.
Nia wins with the Annihilator or the Bonsai Drop if you're from that era,
from the 90s. If you're old as fuck, it's a Bonsai Drop. If you're in your 40s, it's a Bonsai Drop. If you're the Annihilator today.
So we get Becky Lynch versus Xia Li. And you know what? This wasn't that bad either.
No, it was good. And you know,
the thing is, we haven't seen nearly enough of Xia Li, but like Becky made her look good.
Yeah. Becky is proven to be the at various times in the horsewomen's lives, I've all called them, and you know what? They the best. They the best. Whether it's Charlotte, Sasha, Bailey, and Becky. I'll say this is the Becky era right now of making people just, and everything looks great. Like,
see, I feel like they've done all different things for women's wrestling. So like Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné, I think will go down as the one that will probably earn the most money in wrestling, just because she took her ball, went elsewhere, and she probably makes a dime wherever she goes. Charlotte Flair, notoriety. I think so. Notoriety with all the championship win, the Flair name, it goes far. And then you've got Bailey and Becky that kind of just put women's wrestling, like they bring everyone else up with them.
Yeah, they do the work.
Yeah.
Like it's really impressive. And like back to this match and comparing it to Full Gear's women's match, I'm just like, there's levels to women's wrestling that AEW needs to get to. Like, I just feel like they're such on the bottom tier of watching what their women can do compared to watching what other women wrestlers do, and just not just WWE, just in the world. I just feel like they need to figure out a way to upgrade their women's wrestling division somehow.
So I was so the video I sent you earlier of the best dive of 2023. The referee works with me. And I saw her before the show started, and she asked me about Full Gear, and then I was like, we both spoke about Will Ospreay signing with AEW, but then because I was like, that was kind of obvious, but part of me was thrown off because of Ronda being on Ring of Honor, the Ring of Honor taping the day before. And we were both like, it's strange, but I don't think even having Ronda Rousey will improve that division. Like, yeah, you've got a name, but like realistically, their vision is still one like backstage segment or film segment, and then one match. And then we both joked, oh, there was two on the pay-per-view yesterday. Like, that shouldn't be like a, oh my god, there was two kind of thing. We can't be at this point where it's like we're shocked that there's two, because like on Raw this week, Raw yesterday,
back to back,
three. There was back to back, and then there was a third match, and then various segments across the night.
Yeah, and that's not even counting what NXT does, where a lot of times it's probably like sometimes 70% women matches, 30% men talking and wrestling. And I just think we're beyond that, and I think that AEW, not to just like talk about them in the segment, it should be the norm, where it's just like it doesn't seem like, oh, the mandatory women's match, we got one. It reminds me of Office Space, the 15 pieces of Flair that we got our base, we got 15 pieces, and it could be more. And you know, they do have a decent roster of women that they're not using most of the time, but just like make it work.
And also,
but
Billy
best
Starks
match is Xia Li clear.
Billy Starks nearly killed Ronda Rousey on Ring of Honor. She dropped her on her head, apparently.
God damn it, Billy Starks. This is our big buddy. And you know, on top of that, back to the Ospreay signing. People seem to be thrilled and happy. It's the obvious signing, like you said. I think the way it was hyped up, it should have been Ronda, because the way
Nah,
Ospreay has wrestled
nah.
in AEW for like they're gonna cheer. They're
Ospreay's
gonna
had
cheer no
11
matter what.
matches. Ospreay had
Yeah.
11 matches in AEW.
And I think
prior
he's
to
lost
signing with
50% of them.
AEW.
And he's lost 50% of them. It's like, so it's not like, oh my God, we got Will Ospreay when you kind of already had him. It's just one of those like when they signed Kota Ibushi as All Elite, but it was like, where else was he gonna go at this point? He's burned his bridges, New Japan, and
Aussie Open's All Elite. They've signed with AEW.
Yeah, they're also
This is what I mean, because all we're now going to get is a continuation of what's happened in New Japan in AEW, and it's just like it's not yours. Make something new. That's what we're going to get.
Right? It does. Like the things that makes them they don't really use. Like MJF is theirs. That's theirs.
Yeah.
But Jay White Bullet Club, all New Japan. Sting, WCW, Edge, and Christian, WWE, kind of a storyline because they're basing their storyline. Christian's character is new and something he's never did in WWE, but the storyline itself is a WWE storyline with Edge. Get your own shit. Tony Storm is an original piece.
Yeah. So Becky wins with a manhandle slam. At the end of the match, all the participants of the women's Wargames match eventually come out and a brawl breaks out. Then we get Ludwig Kaiser. He's not happy with Giovanni Vinci getting on the good side of the ring general last week. Ludwig said he's going to do what's best for Imperium. Ludwig demands he stays in the back for his match against Johnny Gargano. The match itself was good. Marcus, did you notice when Giovanni came out, he distracted Kaiser, allowing Johnny Gargano to hit the Habibi kick, and then DDT.
Yes. Didn't know that was gonna be in those because I was gonna be like, he hit the Habibi kick, Manny. He hit the Habibi kick.
Marcus, I saw it. I wrote it down immediately.
Yes. At Full Gear, I was upset that I think I only got like one Habibi kick, and I yelled to Ryan, Habibi kick. Yeah, it's not. It's not. I want to get like, Habibi kick.
Marcus, you know why? I don't want the Habibi kick to become a super kick, because if the Habibi kick becomes a super kick, we are no longer going to mark out for it. We're never going to mark out for it. We're not. I don't want a Habibi kick party. I just want to see a Habibi kick once. I'd be like, the Habibi kick.
The Habibi kick. You know how they have the WWE Stacker 2 Slam of the Week? The Habibi kick of the night. He's ruined that move for me. He ruined the Enziguri for me, basically.
No.
Pele kick or a Pele kick. It's a Pele kick. It's more of a Pele kick.
Nah, because it's rope assisted. It's rope assisted. The Pele kick when AJ does it, I'm like, that's still phenomenal.
Yeah. AJ has been around so long, I don't know if he can even do the Pele anymore.
This is why I still hate Miyam or Michin. Fuck Michin. Gunther walks in on Ludwig and Giovanni arguing in the back. Gunther asks Ludwig to explain himself. He does, and then Gunther says he never listens. Ludwig tries to talk back. Gunther's like, huh? So
yeah. And then he was like, I should have put you in charge, Giovanni. Giovanni went, I don't understand what games, what leadership is Gunther playing? But he did come off as the dad. Kids fighting in the back.
Marcus, but if I said this to you, I think it would burn you inside. I thought you could hold up the prestige of the group, but I'm disappointed in you.
That would hurt. I think that hurts anybody.
That hurts.
That really hurts. It was. Manny, if you go back, go watch and see it.
I've got it on my laptop. I might just watch that match. Shayna Baszler and Zoe
if there was anything, forget to watch this set.
Yeah. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark invade the Judgment Day clubhouse. Gambit or Shayna Baszler are just throwing cards. Zoe Stark says Rhea is once again focused on everything else when she should be focused on her. Old Lady Face believes Rhea's title is coming home with her at Survivor Series. Rhea says most people wouldn't survive after pulling the stunt she did, but she respects her for it, and she will get her beating at Survivor Series. Which Zoe Stark says, I wouldn't want it any other way, or something along those lines of like, why are you asking for a beating? Weirdo.
Yeah, I want you to kick my ass. Well, I will. That's what I want you to do. I am, okay. What, your game? No, because he asked for it. The thing that distracted me in this segment, Manny, I'm going to tell you this. Maybe I have a weak attention span. When Zoe Stark says, you know what caught my eye? That women's title over there. That's not what caught my eye. It was the Jordans, the purple Jordans that were above the shelf in their clubhouse, just sitting in the background. That was so distracting. I was like, why are they up there? Whose shoes are those? Are those Finns? No, they have to be priests.
Yeah, 12. They're priests.
They look like 12. So I was like, no, they have to be priests.
They were 12. They were priests.
Dominate. And so I was completely distracted by looking at those shoes. Very nice purple Jordans. Just saying. Just saying. That's all I got to say.
It must be custom. They have to be custom. So an argument breaks out backstage between Chelsea Green and Adam Pearce, which then leads to everyone asking for a title match. And then he makes a fatal four-way tag team match for the number one contender match. We get Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell versus Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile versus the Casey Express, and then Tegan Nox and Natalya. I did enjoy the back and forth between Chelsea Green and now Matthew Cole.
Matthew Cole and Wayne Barrett. I enjoyed Piper Devitt in the suit.
I did, but then I like that they had a camera shot for every time Maxine did anything, and Chelsea Green just being in all up.
Yeah, like she can move
the thing.
She did a cross body. Michael, Matthew. She did an arm drag. I will say the setting up for this match is ludicrous. Like, oh yeah, we need opponents for the women's tag team champions. So let's get some makeshift teams. Why not just use the teams that are set up? Well, I don't think we needed I will go accept Tegan and Natty. They have a little history of talking to each other in the back. But I am not accepting Ivy Niles and Maxine Dupree. They should not have been in the match, even though they were in the match.
So the Natty and Tegan one kind of had a point, because when they were arguing backstage, the Casey Express, one of them said they haven't even teamed together. And then Adam Pearce was like, you kind of have a point. But then the Ivy Now Maxine Dupree one did not make any sense.
No, I was like, why is this a team? And as I'm watching them in this match, why are they being highlighted so much?
No, thing is also, Ivy was about to be like, we're not a team. But then Maxine was like, shush, please. Yeah. So she wanted that time match.
Yeah. But this match, I wonder why it was happening. Won me over.
Yeah. The men demand the same opportunity as the women.
Yes. Manny, I'm only going to describe this as the Kens got mad. What the hell is this? Like, here in comic cases, we want justice. This don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Why don't we have a tag team match tonight? Why don't we get these rights? I just felt like the Kens were really upset. They got their match next week in their tag team turmoil. But
and then Adam Pearce
and Kaiser there being upset after they just had their argument. Yeah, was like, what? They were just arguing.
And then Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis want to have a conversation, which we don't even hear about. What was the result of that? Oh well.
Yeah, I feel like there's I don't know how SmackDown versus Raw brand match, but they have not set up anything. Like, they hate each other. And seems like we're about to go this route, but there's been no groundwork whatsoever between, you get your guys, I get my guys.
And then we get The Miz and Gunther face off. I don't know if they were trying to make this personal, but it wasn't at all. The Miz tried to talk about Gunther's lack of respect. lack of respect for everything, but he's interrupted by Gunther. Gunther clarifies it's not that he has a lack of respect, he just has zero respect for the Miz. This sacred ring is for fighting and competition, whilst the Miz is just an entertainer. Miz says he's proud to be an entertainer. He's a WWE superstar, which means he gets it done in and out of the ring. He goes all over the entertainers of the past. But Marcus, he lists Bret Hart as one of them. But I don't think Bret Hart was really an entertainer. He was just Lance Storm with pink sunglasses.
Fuck yeah. Don't do that to Bret, Manny. Don't do that to
Bret. Bret wasn't an entertainer.
Bret had some entertaining moments in his life. Okay? Don't take it off. Bret tells stories. He told stories, Manny. Him and his brother Owen.
Yeah, so does Gunther. But like,
he's a
wrestler. You always bring up that kiss my foot match to the point where
this is the second time we week. No, I'm never going back to that.
I'm going to remind
because of the King of the Ring shirt. No, I can't believe
The Miz says the reason people still talk about the entertainers is because they are not a one note robot like Gunther. Miz says we don't really know who Gunther is till he hits rock bottom, and then only then will we know if Gunther deserves our respect. Will he climb up again, or will he just be another cog in a machine with zero personality to invest in? At Survivor Series, if he doesn't respect him now, he will beat it into him and become a 9-time Intercontinental Champion. But this is where Gunther decides to give his point of view.
Well, first, I can't remember. Did he get personal, or did they start chanting USA at Gunther first? Where he was like,
"No,
idiots."
No, this is when Gunther gave his point of view. This is when they started to throw the USA chant, and then I've never heard anyone cut down a USA chant like that, which makes Gunther my favorite wrestler of all time. At that, I think.
Oh no! He cut us down, Manny. Not this close to Thanksgiving.
Gunther's point of view is the Miz. Gunther's point of view is the Miz doesn't belong in this sport. 20 years later, he still does not belong in this ring. He belongs behind the guardrail. This is when the USA chant breaks out. Gunther calls them weak, simple, and insecure, like Little Mike.
You think those 3 letters initials are gonna protect you from being weak, little, simple, like you people? I was like, oh, he's attacking America. He's attacking America tonight. He did it without socks.
To be fair, they started it. To be fair, they didn't have to.
They did. I went, well, oh, we're doing this. We're doing it. I didn't feel like the Miz promo was good that you're from Austria. That's why you're no good. That was not his point.
Yeah, that was not the point. Gunther's conclusion is the Miz hasn't been bullied enough. So he pushes the Miz around, demanding him stand up for himself, which he eventually does, but then gets the big boot. But then Miz hits a low blow and then a skull crushing finale, and then holds up the IC title.
Manny, I'm gonna say this. I don't know how you feel. I'm digging this feud. I'm digging it. I know. The Miz sudden babyface turn isn't like, something that I thought I would get behind. Even Michael Cole's going, tell him Miz! Get him Miz! It's a little jarring. It's a little jarring. But overall, I'm digging this feud. And the way...
For me, I think the turn for the Miz was too sudden. They should have done it a little bit more, lasted it a little bit to go a little bit more longer. Because I see why he's feuding with Gunther. And it's to try and get something out of Gunther other than just being a wrestler.
Yeah.
Realistically, Gunther ain't got no personality other than just being, yeah, I'll fight you.
Angry man. Her.
Yeah.
Upset.
Yeah,
he goes from angry to upset. That's his range.
Yeah.
His range is angry to upset. Yeah. He's everybody's dad. He's wrestling's father. I just feel like that he, it did elevate me. It gave me more different side. Like he is the same angry, bitter, respect the ring, but him and the Miz going back and forth, and the improvisation of the USA chants was like, there we go, Gunther. Show him that you're just not just a wrestler. It carried weight. But this did not have international implications, America. This is
No,
not.
it
This is
didn't.
not what you thought. If the Miz was like, I'm going to bring the Intercontinental title back to America where it belongs, then I'm okay with a USA chant. But
No,
this
see,
was
at
just
this point,
racism.
Survivor Series, the Miz needs to come out of like Apollo Creed.
Then you go, okay, so America's on the line.
By Ivan Drago. Just before he got destroyed by Ivan Drago.
Yeah. The only thing I compare this to is Cody Rhodes versus Anthony and Go-Go, where you can just go like, this has nothing to do with America. Why are you bringing America into this, Cody?
Yeah. But that was more than America, Marcus. That was about racism. That wasn't just about America versus Britain. That became about curing racism.
And again, I can't remember a single thing Anthony and Go-Go said that sparked the ending of racism and anti-American sentiments. Just saying.
So we get Shinsuke Nakamura versus Chad Gable. Another really good match. Shinsuke eventually picks up the win, pinning Gable after attempting to shove him into the exposed turnbuckle. What did you think of the match?
That was a really good match. Wasn't really the biggest fan of the finish. I thought if we're gonna introduce turnbuckle, use the damn turnbuckle spot. It's a guilty pleasure of mine anyway. Yeah. It's an easy out, and I like to question why does that knock people out every single time? Like, that is the go-to move. If Jay White were to use the turnbuckle, maybe he wouldn't have spent 35 minutes trying to wrestle MJF. That's the only tactic he didn't use to lose, by the way. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. The understory of this is who Shinsuke talking to in vignettes, as Michael Cole alluded to, and do you think it's CM Punk?
Well, he had another one on socials. Did you see the one on the social that came out after Raw?
No.
So on socials, he asks how long is he going to have to wait for him to show up. He knows where he is. He's going to take everything away from him because this is his time or his opportunity. So
what is it, John Cena?
I don't
his time
think
is now.
Payoff. Yeah, I don't think there's a payoff at Survivor Series. I think the payoff's going to be in a couple of weeks on Raw.
Would it be though?
I think so. There's no reason for Nakamura to be on Survivor Series at this point. Unless he has like a
CM Punk.
Unless he's got a talking segment on Survivor Series and then whoever it is shows up. But I don't think that works. I mean, it could happen.
Yeah. I'm still in the running. It says Shinsuke Nakamura versus CM Punk is still booked for Survivor Series in secret.
Maybe. I think Ivar is demanding
maybe by Friday we'll have a big tease. Like where it's like, oh, they kind of spoiled it right here.
I don't know. Ivar is demanding another match with Bronson Reed because he's angered the gods. Bronson Reed's retort is Ivar has the audacity to challenge him. I just love the word audacity when you refer to anything.
Yeah. That's when you know somebody's offended. You have the audacity. Oh. I'm offended. He's really offended.
When his witch lady fought his battles last week. He isn't a warrior, he's a cosplayer.
The disrespect. And I just want to say, you know what? This is what makes wrestling for me. These random side feuds. And at this very moment, man, I was going to ask you this question. Do you sometimes miss Vince McMahon's creative? Do you sometimes miss it?
No. Not really. Do you know why? You know why? I feel like I still get some of it on NXT.
Yeah.
Like I still feel like it lives on within Shawn Michaels. Like it's not as chaotic, but it's still ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah. I just think that, you know, I was watching Raw and I was like, you know, everything is coherent and comprehensible. And it's all leading to something. Like they seem like they have a plan with at least the people they have on the show. I missed the Vince McMahon one-offs where you be like, why the fuck did that just happen? Why did Otis beat the shit out of Cedric Alexander and call him out? You know, random shit. And they fought over something like an egg or something. I do kind of miss the random Vince McMahon shit overall. I'm just saying, like, I know the quality's up. I prefer this quality over whatever we were getting. But I kind of do miss some of that random Vince McMahon. Like, what the fuck was that, Manny? What the hell was that? I don't understand why Wile E. Coyote had a match tonight.
Marcus, don't bring him up because we'll end up going down a deep dark hole.
No, all right. On a side note, I am upset, Manny. Over the past week, or maybe 2 weeks, this is the one thing that's pissed me off.
Oh, the John
There's
Cena
a movie. Yeah, Wile E. Coyote versus Acme, starring John Cena. Just sound like the movie I needed that I wanted, and it's filmed, it's done. They just shelved it.
It would make more money than Space Jam 2. Because Space Jam 2 was trash. It would make so much more money.
Yeah, it would make more money than the Marvels or Blue Beetle or whatever else has come out recently. I think people are invested. Just the title of Acme versus Wile E. Coyote is a long-term storyline booking scenario where this man needs to go to court with them.
Marcus, what do you want to see more? Because they cancelled that project, but they also cancelled the Batwoman or Batgirl project.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
Both of these movies must be bad. Both of these movies must be bad if they don't want to sell it to someone to put it out. It's gotta be so bad.
Well, no, they say the Wile E. Coyote movie is just a tax write-off. They think they can make more of a profit when they're just writing it off on taxes than they can actually put it in theaters, which is bullshit to be able to do that. I think the Wile E. Coyote movie needs to see the light of day. Just say
it does. Someone
needs to buy it.
Maybe we need sponsors starts paying us.
Yeah,
we'll buy it.
GoFundMe going. We'll buy
it.
We give you $10 million, Warner Brothers. Manny, what the fuck is that? This man, what the fuck is that?
I don't know what that is. One, I don't have Tubi. And I don't know what Tubi is. But I don't know what the Strawberry Princess is.
Wait, Manny, you don't know what Tubi is?
No.
Well, buddy, let me enlighten you. Tubi, do you remember all those straight to DVD movies or things you would see in the bargain bin for $2.99 that you can buy at your local grocery stores? Yeah, that is everything. That is everything you see in those bins. Randomly at like a local 7-Eleven or a liquor store. These are where those movies have gone, to Tubi. Every bad movie ever. If you go, there's tangents on tangents of viral videos of the quality of Tubi movies. You need to just go into a long tangent of seeing how bad some of these things are. There's like a clip of this guy talking about I've been paying my rent with dick. There's a guy falling down who after robbing somebody and they have him falling down in the background of the camera, him walking away, and the people like, I'm devastated for being robbed. And it's not intended to be comedy. It's just shit they left.
So Jey Uso takes on Drew McIntyre in the Advantage match. That's no reason to watch it. No,
she's the one of the great wrestling analysts of all time. She found the greatest match of all time. Lita versus Alicia Fox.
Jey Uso takes on Drew McIntyre in the Advantage match. It was a solid Raw main event. Drew hits the Future Shock DDT for the win. Drew continues to beat down Jey Uso with the rest of Judgment Day come to help. But then Sami, Seth, and Cody run out with chairs. And then Cody reveals the person who picked up the phone and is in for Wargames is someone he had a legacy with. And the crowd went wild. But I got sad because I knew it was apparently Manu. And then
I knew it wasn't Ted. It made me immediately think of Ted. I don't know why. I was like, Ted?
Nah, Manu, man. Manu. Part of that bloodline.
Manu's in the hospital.
But it's Randy Orton, and he's coming back on Survivor Series, which we'll be watching along. Watch along with us this Saturday.
Yeah, should be a very fun. I think this is gonna be one of the best. No Saturday show. I'll watch along. I don't know. Well, we get into that after the show. I don't know if there's a Thursday show.
Oh, see, you can't just bring things up on me like this.
Man, it's Thanksgiving. I don't know.
We do the show at 11 a.m. When are you eating Thanksgiving dinner at 11 a.m.?
I don't get a Thanksgiving dinner, Manny. I don't get one this year. I work. Okay?
So
maybe I'll bring my own Thanksgiving dinner on the show. We have a feast.
I'll I'll get a plate of KFC and chicken and gravy and mashed potatoes, and we'll have our own Thanksgiving dinner on the show.
Or we could do another Xylee tea party and bring tea.
Marcus, I can't have you drinking dirt water again on the TV on the show.
Oh. Committed to the gimmick.
Marcus, this was a really good episode of Monday Night Raw, and I can tell you why. Because one thing didn't happen.
What's that?
The Judgment Day did not say we run all of WWE this week.
You know what? They did not. Not at any point. Not in their clubhouse. No. Not when it came to the ring. They did not. Classic episode. 10 out of 10 Raw.
10 out of 10 Raw.
Yeah. But no, I thought it was a really good Raw. I thought they kept building the stuff. Like they had sections of what they wanted to do, and one final build for Survivor Series, which I think is going to be a really good show. I think the Gunther and Miz match is going to surprise people. The Wargames match is probably going to be good. Women's Games match probably also going to be good.
Yeah.
And then Rhea versus Zoe Starks, solid match.
I don't know if there's enough build to that. But
I think it's going to be a solid.
Yeah, this probably is the best Raw go home show in a very long time.
Yeah. On the SmackDown front, I guess Santos versus Carlito's the only SmackDown match on the show?
Yeah, but
I can't think of anything else.
There's not enough heat on that for me.
I got the heat from last week. Maybe they add a little bit more Friday, but I'm okay with it. I think it works because the real match is between Santos and Rey Mysterio and Revenge. But no Logan Paul on Survivor
probably isn't going to happen until WrestleMania. Yeah, that's not probably going to happen until about WrestleMania or just after.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to lead to another LWO Wolfpack versus LWO kind of feud. With I think Humberto and Garza coming up to be with Santos, and then you add Dragon Lee maybe with Carlito.
Yeah. Man, you sound like you said the Survivor Series match.
I mean, it's a classic WWE. It sounds like classic WWE. You put all the liked ethnicities together, and then you book a match.
Yeah. Hey, tomorrow I don't get Bo and Dante Chin update. I'll be upset.
Yeah. So Raw was a really good show. Marcus, Pro Wrestling Eve, Wrestle Queendom, 2 shows. So much fun. Yeah. I watched the Suplex Machine, Millie McKenzie, take on Emerson Jane, who's been on Impact a couple times.
Okay. Sorry for the yawn.
So you know when they wedge chairs into a corner? Yeah. They did that spot, and then Millie McKenzie Irish whipped Emerson Jane into that chair. She decides to hit the chair and then fly out of the ring.
What, like Ric Flair?
Out the ring. No, not like that, and then over the ring rope. She hit the chair, and then the whole body went like through the shoulder. Middle rope.
Okay.
Through the middle rope, but then it was like there was no padding or anything on that. All I heard was a thud as she lands, as if she was laying flat on the bed onto the ground. I'm like, I think she's dead. But then 2 minutes later, she does a dive, misses it.
Ooh.
Where I'm pretty sure she hit her head at the bottom on the hardest part of the ring.
Jesus.
Because I see Millie McKenzie get someone else to help catch her. She was too short. I was like, how is she standing? I saw my very first blading in person.
You got what you doing, mate? What you doing? Bro, what you doing?
I spoke to Millie McKenzie after the match, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't understand her. She's crazy." It was a really good show. Check it out. I think that's on one of the free streams on their YouTube channel.
You know what? I will check it out this time. I never check it out. I always say I am. I'm subscribed to them. They show me the update on my YouTube, and I just never click it. Nothing personal.
Because the second show is members only, so you have to be a member to watch the second part of the show on normal occasions. But the part where I showed you where Sapphire Reed proper high five me.
Yeah,
That's on the member show.
It's the dap up of the year. Join our Patreon to see Manny get dapped up. We don't have a Patreon, so they don't have to worry.
Should I show it? I'll show the bit where I get dapped up.
Go ahead, Manny. I'm sure not enough people are going to send this to them.
So there I am.
Creepily about to make his assault.
So here it comes.
The bar is still open.
The bar's still open. That's all Manny needs.
I got that up hard.
Yeah. Manny immediately went, owie. As the quick cutaway, owie, owie. There's people that fell on their head.
Who was the women wrestler you took a picture with on Facebook? There was two. The first one was the person that dabbed me up in that moment, that Sapphire Reed. And then the second one was Lizzie Evo, who I can't remember her NXT UK name. She was on NXT UK.
Okay. But the real question is, Manny, were you able to get some milk and cookies from Nina Samuels?
Of course I did. Of course, I didn't even say hello when I saw her. I said, "I'll come for food. Give me food." That's how close we got. Because no, I wasn't. And learn how to spell my name correctly, because man, it's written up there.
That could be a spell check issue. Who knows?
I've watched her get DQ'd earlier in the day, and it was the funniest DQ I've seen in a while. So they've built up this massive blood feud between that girl that became the champion on that night and Nina Samuels. It's been going on for like a year, Marcus. Like when I say finish the story, when I started watching that Sapphire Reed, she never won a match till like October.
Yeah.
She had won a match, then she won 4 in one night. And there's this whole story. She mocks her dad, who was also at the shows, who was standing next to me when she won the title, and he was crying. And yeah, it became a whole moment. And so they decided
to part of their lives. They're gonna have family photos and be like, "Who the fuck is this guy? He got dapped up hard and he's there holding her dad while he's crying. Who was that guy? I have no fucking clue."
And then what's it? So they have this blood feud in the first half of the show. So the first show, and then the title match within the second show. There was a point where she got wedged in between the referee and her, and then Nina Samuels was on the other side of the corner. Mm-hmm. She basically pulled Sapphire Reed's foot up to give a low blow to the referee, who disqualifies.
What?
Yeah.
That's a ridiculous disqualification. When you say pull the leg, like what?
She pulled her leg up to give him a low blow, and I was like, "This was perfect. This is all I need. This is all I need." Because now the title match in January, because they ain't doing any shows in December, is her versus Nina Samuels, and it's going to be even bigger blood feud. And I'm just like, I can't wait for
it. May Swerve Scott and Hangman Page happen in front of you as it happened to me. You know, I went to a wrestling show this week, and all I got was PTSD of bad odor. That's what I got. That's the only souvenir I got.
Thing is, Marcus described that to me. Marcus described that to me before the show started, and I know what it smelled like. He didn't even have to say. I just knew. When he said "gone off milk," I knew what it was, and I was like,
"Yep." It didn't hit me as much as it hit Ryan on multiple occasions.
No, because sometimes, you know what it is when you're in your chair? Sometimes you go down and up to react to something, then you get the fresh waft of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa.
Yeah, because he did that. He did that, I think when, I forget what happened. Maybe the Osprey coming out. And, people got up, or it could have been after Swerve and Hangman, one of those things. But everybody got up, and everybody in the row smelled it. I just looked at Eric. Oh, it's been marinating. It's been marinating. That funk is smoking under there. It's horrible. It's fucking horrible.
The Dizman says, I've been away for a while. How are you guys? We've been cool. How are you? We ain't seen you in forever.
Yeah. We've been good.
We expect an email by Saturday, Dizman. Expect an email by Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, I only recognize this man with Eric's voice. We read his emails. There's been so many.
No, I haven't heard one. You know, the last time we had an email from the Dizman, there was a Marty Jannetty story in it. That's how long ago.
I thought, was that Dizman? I thought that was Levi.
That was a Dizman.
Shit.
No, Levi did the Keith Lee story.
Oh. Well, I'm looking forward to more wrestling fan fiction on our part. Although, which should be his own type of show. Sharpshoots do wrestling fan fiction. Not the kind you think.
No.
All right.
Tragic.
Let's wrap it up. Yeah.
So,
like my sinuses and all types of functions are going wrong with me right now. I think I'm getting sick.
So there may or may not be a show on Thursday.
Manny, you tell me. Do you care about the sanctity of Thanksgiving, or do you want to do a show?
Let's do one and then let's eat on the show. Let's do the one and let's eat on the show. Let me celebrate Thanksgiving with you, my brother.
All right, we're going to have Thanksgiving dinner on the show.
Yeah,
it's official. What I'm going to eat, I don't know. It's probably healthy or something. It's probably some grapes or apples or something. I don't want to eat horrible.
Some grapes. Some grapes. You gonna have some grapes on the show?
I know I'm gonna get food poisoning later from my food at work, Manny. I know it. They're doing their own Thanksgiving dinner at work.
I'm being fed by someone feeding me grapes.
How this thing works? Which is the dream? It's the dream. It's the man
fed and fed grapes.
I think if a man took over a kingdom, he does not feel like the king until he is fed grapes. And I think us being the kings of the ropes have not been fed grapes.
We need to be fed grapes.
Yeah. So whenever we decide to get big and have enough money to go to South America, Latin America, or any kind, I believe on that show, Manny, we will hire prostitutes to feed us grapes.
I don't know where their hands have been, no, Marcus. And you know, if we're going to Mexico, it's going to be dirty. They do some wild shit. I'm not sure.
She's gonna try to feed you grapes. Hold on, honey. I don't know where your hands have been. Show me the Carfax of your hands. What have you done? How many assholes have you penetrated?
Have you got lesions on your fingers too? I don't trust you. So make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back Thursday. Have Thanksgiving. Eat with us.
Yeah, or put us on in the background as you're flipping over your Monopoly boards and arguing over who made the which meal, or if you want to go on your quote unquote walk where your eyes get all red and funny. You put
Send
us
us
on
pictures of your mac and cheese. We'll judge them. Send us pictures of your mac and cheese. We'll judge them.
We're gonna have the Thanksgiving wrestling show. I know we don't have a big enough audience, but our LumberChat sent us, or fan base sent us their pictures of their Thanksgiving meals, and we got to fight them off and who has the best turkey, mac and cheese, or whatever nonsense you guys throw out there in your Thanksgiving dinner. I am down for a competition. I'm sure if you go to Eric's Instagram, there'll be random photos of food as there are normally.
I don't like Eric's though because they're taken really good, and I'm just like, I don't like this. I want it to be real. I don't want some real photographer taking pictures of the food. I want it real. I want smudges. I want things not taken properly. Like, do you know when your auntie takes a picture of food with an iPad? That's the level of food.
You want Polaroid pictures, man. Man, you want Polaroid pictures?
No, I just want
you want 1980 photography with the thumb in the photo and going like, or a photo that's old where they cut somebody out that's not in the family anymore that they hate. Sorry, Debbie.
Real.
You're not. Why were you here, Debbie?
Real, Marcus.
You like that one girlfriend that's no longer, that was only that guy's girlfriend for like a week to show up in the photo. And be like, why was she there?
You mean why you don't? You mean why you don't take pictures of Ryan's girlfriend in your family photos?
There was one Thanksgiving, there was like a girl there who I had never met, and I was not at that Thanksgiving, but was not ever brought up again.
That's too old. That's too old, sepia tone.
That's what you're asking for, Manny. That's what you're asking for. You know what? Eric's modern picture, which Eric does a really good job and has a good eye at whatever photography. But a lot of people take these really nice photos because of the phones are, up to date. So we're not getting that old throwback damn smudge in there. I want shitty photos. I want burn marks on there.
I don't want Eric's incredible photos. I want the real individual photos.
Really
Realness.
Tough. No selfies either. No selfies. I want Polaroid pictures, honestly. So we're gonna have the best Thanksgiving dinner competition. Mail in your photos at this point, because they're gonna be on those digital cameras.
Tell us what camera phone it was taken on.
And it better be a disposable Kodak camera. It better your camera better look like a box.
I want
a box of baking soda.
An iPhone 3GS that had maybe 20 minutes of battery life on it. Because it's so old.
We're also accepting flip phone photos. If you have a flip phone and you took a photo.
Hey, no, wait.
Like,
no, wait.
3 megapixels.
Flip phones are in right now. Not new flip phones. Not the new flip phones with the multi-screens and stuff like that. I want the old flip phones where you could just go, bye, bitch.
Yeah, if you don't have Snake on, if Snake ain't the only app on your phone, then I don't want to see it. If you don't have a green background, where it's almost like, is this black and white or is this
where your phone is almost indestructible? That's what it is.
Yeah,
your phone is virtually indestructible.
Where if you were getting robbed and you threw that phone at somebody and they knock them out, that was me, the phone I'm talking about. Fuck your titanium iPhones.
And once again, we have made a show last an additional 10 minutes.
Yes. Because we want to see your Thanksgiving photos.
On that note, we out. But we want Thanksgiving photos by Thursday, or we'll review them during the watch along on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's probably more likely we'll review them to the watch along on Saturday, because the dinner wouldn't have happened here in America yet. We do the show around noon and 3 p.m. Eastern time, which is when it's over. So most people aren't ready to that. And again, Manny, I've heated Eric against these expectations. I don't know what's going to be watching this on Thursday. We're going against the NFL. So I think it's the Cowboys.
Oh, wait. I think
they've been playing. Yeah, there's morning games. Yeah. Yeah, we're going against the NFL, Manny. You chose this fate.
Marcus, the show did 50 views last week. With no competition. Does it really matter?
I can't wait. I want 8. I want to go for the lowest views ever. You know what? If we're going to do a fucking Thanksgiving show, Manny, I'm going for the lowest views ever. All time.
Do you know when we just finished? Do you know when we just finished the Saturday show? 4 views.
Yeah.
I was like, oof. Oof. 4 views.
You know what the worst part about that 4 views? When I saw that, I looked the same thing, and I went 4 views. But we had 6 or 7 people in the chat. How is that possible?
The counter said like 5, 6 at times. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
How is it 4? I don't know, Wes. Will you show up?
Will you show up? You have a success rate of about 10% when you say these things.
We will see. If you show up, if you send us a message in the middle of the show or in the pre-show, we may send you a link, but we'll see. But Thanksgiving, I'm down for Thanksgiving photos if you guys do send them.
Yeah. We are living in the best dance era in wrestling. Move over Funkadactyls and Alex Wright. We have Daniel Garcia, Prince Nana. Give them all their flowers.
Yes.
I'm only giving Prince Nana. I'm not giving Daniel Garcia this.
There's not a funnier spot in a match that probably needs a little levity when the Swerve and the Hangman match than Nana getting involved and then hit the Hangman with a chair and try to run away and then getting on the hardest part of the ring, starts doing the dance and then getting put head first to the table. Not a funniest spot.
My funniest moment was the last match they had, and then Swerve had just killed Adam Page, and then you just see Nana come through the shot line.
Yeah. It just easily goes by, yes.
It's the robot spot from the Dave Chappelle show. It's just like,
yeah.
We'll be here forever, guys. We out. Peace.